Yo,
Peace.
what up, G's?
You good?
Hey, man, yeah, I'm Gucci, bro.
Hey, thank you for coming today, bro, and thank you for coming, like doing the interview, making time out of your day and
Of
stuff.
course.
So the interview is just gonna be like a small introduction for the people who don't know you, and I want to kind of talk about like your creative process, because from what I heard you
Nope.
talk about in other interviews, I thought it was really interesting, like the way you approached everything and like your story.
Oh yeah, of course. I appreciate that. My fault. You cut off a little bit.
Oh shit.
I can hear you now though.
All right, perfect. First off, I
Yes.
want to like ask for the people who don't know, who might not have listened to your music, like, could you tell them like where you based out of?
Yeah, for sure. Giles, based out of Brockton, Massachusetts. Specifically the east side of Brockton. Born and raised, honestly.
And how long have you been making music now?
Um, I like to say I've been making music since I want to say about 2017.
Oh yeah, so
That's
damn.
when I started
So like,
taking music seriously, like 2017.
was music something that was always around? Because you say you started taking it serious at 2017. Was that you
Yeah,
making music
yeah. So
before? Or?
music always been around. I mean, I wrote my first rap probably like 2011, 2012, but it was just for fun.
Oh yeah.
I tell people 2017. That's when I started like actually recording music.
Yeah. Okay, I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah, I always been around music like growing up. So rapping
Mhm.
kind of just fell in my lap. It was kind of a smooth transition.
Oh, so yeah. So growing up, you had a lot of like family members who play music, or just in the neighborhood.
Yeah, a little bit of like my older brother. He was probably the first rapper I knew personally. My older brother used to rap.
Oh.
But I grew up in a hip hop household. My sister, she's the oldest out of everybody. She used to play music growing up. My older brothers played music growing up. My older cousins played rap growing up. Like I'm talking about like hood to hood DVDs or back in the day when it was just CDs. Motherfuckers had like the big ass bag of CDs you could
Oh,
just
that's
flip through.
tough. That's tough.
So, yeah, so I always like hip hop was always in my household.
Alright, so that stuff was hip hop always like the main genre that then therefore interested you the most? Like, or was that
For
also like
sure.
a process? Yeah, always.
Nah, it always been hip hop. It always been hip hop. Like eventually, as I got older, I ventured out to like other genres because I was just always curious about other genres. But
Mm-hmm.
hip hop was always the main focus growing up.
All right. Okay, that's actually interesting to hear that you have been rapping before, but then 2017, was there a particular reason you in 2017 that you decided to start recording, or was more like coming to age type thing?
No, it was just more by like um, it was like more survival
Mm-hmm.
in the sense of like so Felix was part of Van Buren Records.
Yeah.
Like we all was rapping for the most part, but Felix started taking it more serious and like before it was even Van Buren Records, like before all
Oh.
of us even looked up. Felix was rapping, and I'm with Felix every day. So my mindset was just more like, yo, if he's gonna rap, I might as well rap too,
Nah, I
since
hear that.
I'm with him every day.
Yeah.
And I did rap at the time, but I wasn't like taking it serious. So that's when I started taking it serious, just due to like being with him every day
Mm-hmm.
and watching him get local buzz.
Yeah, I actually wanted to get into that for especially for like maybe people over here in Europe who might not know like about you. You're signed to like or like you're part of a label with some of your friends and associates. How did that kind of? Because I bet that's like a very convoluted, long tale of how it really came together. But how could you kind of like for people who might not know anything about your music? Could you kind of like tell us how that comes together? So like Felix was the first one who started taking music serious, or?
So me and Felix, we created Van Buren Records. Like just to make a long story short, when I was in college,
Mm-hmm.
Felix would come visit me at my college, and it was me, him, and a couple other friends, and we just went by Van Buren. We weren't even rapping. We was just hanging out.
Yeah.
So then that transitioned into music. The other two friends, they didn't rap. Me and Felix rap.
Mm-hmm.
So when Felix started rapping, he was like, "Yo, we need to start a record label."
Yeah.
And me and him was just going through ideas. Then we was already like going around like calling ourselves Van Buren Boys. So we're like, "Yo, let's just name it Van Buren Records." And that's when it was me and Felix, a couple other friends of ours who weren't rappers, but then eventually we started linking up with other friends who rapped, and that's how we slowly started like gaining more members and stuff like that.
Okay. I didn't know you guys had started together. That's tough.
Yeah, we started that together.
That's tough. And cause you said Felix told you to like start rapping and to sorry, not start rap, start a rap label together. Was being independent?
Yeah, like I mean, it was just natural. It's like he started rapping. He started rapping, and I started rapping, and then we just wanted to build some structure around us.
Okay, now
So
yeah, okay.
So we was just like, yo, let's just create a record label, because we were like the only people in the city at that time, like rapping, like taking this. There was people taking it serious, but we were more the older people taking it serious.
Oh,
So we was
okay,
like, yo,
now I
let's just
see.
let's create a label. Let's get some of the young talent in the city under one umbrella, and let's just work. So that's how it originally started.
What you just said is like such an interesting and kind of also inspiring thing for like other creators, because I feel like especially over here in Europe, some of the scenes, especially in hip hop, they aren't like as established as they are in like America, and I think it's super inspiring to hear like kind of a story of like people deciding to like I just put some structure behind like our creative passions.
Yeah, I mean, there's a famous quote where it's like, if you want to get somewhere fast, go alone. If you want to get somewhere far, go together. So
Yeah.
that was our mindset. Like, strength in numbers. The more of us, the better opportunity we'll get.
I heard in like one of the interviews you did, I think a few years ago, that you said that you were actually initially, before you started like rapping yourself, you were more interested in being behind the scenes of the music business. What kind of made you transition outside of like Felix and maybe other friends kind of like pushing you to start rapping? Was there something else that made you like switch from wanting to be behind the scenes to more as a, let's say, in camera talent or like in the studio?
Yeah, so like just like a brief history. Growing up, I never wanted to be a rapper. I loved hip hop, but I just love writing. Like I just come from like writing and reading. So I always wanted to be a manager. That was my goal. Like I want to be a music manager, because I looked up to like Rockefeller Records with Dame Dash and Big Burks, or like Johnny Shipes at Cinematic. Like those were people I looked up to in the music industry. So I wanted to just be a manager, but I was blogging at the same time. I ran a rap blog in Massachusetts. I was doing that. I did pretty well. Like we was doing really good.
Yeah, that was my next question. It was about that actually.
Yeah, but we won't have to go too deep into. You can still ask that question, but because what happened was, long story short, honestly, I just got good at rap really fast, so it kind of forced me to focus on it.
Yeah.
Like, Felix was moving fast. I was trailing right behind him. Our boy Meech was coming. So like it was kind of to the point where like, damn, I actually gotta like prioritize this first above everything else.
Yeah, actually, what you just said about like coming from like really writing and a lot of reading, that kind of explains a lot in like a lot of your music and how you like profile yourself as an artist and like how you promote yourself as an artist. Because kind of like the question I wanted to ask about the blog, because I didn't want to get too deep in like the whole story of how you blog, because the past is the past. But I wanted to ask if like you use, and you kind of already answered it in a way, but like you running that blog, does that like affect the way you now as an artist kind of like promote yourself and handle like your music releases and stuff like that? Like, do you feel like you gained some
Um,
experience?
no, that definitely helped. But I also been like a student of hip hop, so like,
Mm-hmm.
I watched ton before I even wrote music. I've watched a lot of hip hop interviews. I've read magazines. Um, I watch behind the scenes stuff, so I kind of have somewhat of an idea how to conduct myself behind the scenes. But the biggest thing, like the the blog website did for me,
Mm-hmm.
because we did interviews with big established acts too before. So
Oh, okay.
and other local acts who were bigger than us at that time.
Okay.
So yeah,
That's
so it made me realize like, okay, I don't want to. This is how I should conduct myself when speaking to, I don't know, other artists or manager or
yeah.
just things like that. I picked up on little jewels on the way.
Oh, that's interesting that you actually like also have some like interviewing experience then, and I bet that also like helps you when like maybe more established journalists, but like when you have like interviews and stuff like that, that explains why you always have. Because I listened to a lot of your interviews before this, and you always have are like very eloquent with how you answer questions, and even when it's like on some more fun shit and y'all just kind of joking around, you do really take time to like listen to the person, and you notice in your answer that you really listen to the question, and that's kind of nice.
Oh yeah, I mean, just I don't know. I just been. I mean, it just comes from a good education. I'm at the same time I grew up in the streets. I did my little dirt, nothing crazy, but
Yeah.
I'm still educated. I'm still college educated. So
So like now that you're kind of let's it's 2017, so let's say 9 almost 10 years into like taking the rapping part of your career really serious. I wanted to ask what kind of, because when you listen to your albums, I feel like personally there's a you do notice a big like sonic difference in a way, or like growth between the albums. Like you I hear that you really are experimenting with different sounds and also like different producers. What kind
yeah,
of pushes you now to like do that, or like to keep trying these things out and keep evolving in your music?
um, for me it's just a life experience. Just growing up as I get older.
Mm-hmm.
From being in your early 20s to early 30s. Like you like certain things more, you dislike certain things more. You just want to experiment a little more. You feel like you have a lot to say. So I just follow with what my gut tells me as far as which producers I want to work with, what sound I want to work with. Just to keep myself more um, like happy with the music I'm making. So I just try to be open minded whenever I'm making music, regardless of the content or the sounds.
Mm-hmm. That's tough, but because I think when I first heard your music, it was actually through a, like a collab, because like somebody else who I'd been listening to, he had done a feature on your on the Mookie Blaylock album, I think it was. It was
Okay.
Swizzy. It was like Swizzy
Yeah. So,
from
yeah.
Soul
Yep.
Recipe, because I had been listening to him for a little bit and like their whole crew, and I noticed your music through them. But I really like the way you also like intertwined like sports just like all the references you put into your bars. Like it's not just yeah. You just I like the way you combine different interests and different topics, and it never sounds like just some pure like which I do fuck with heavy. But like it's not like just some simple coke rap or something like that.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I try to incorporate like pop culture and just shit I like. I love sports, so like a lot of the sports references, like they I do that for me.
Yeah. Okay.
I write those bars for me, and even like and I even like the whole like coke rap or drug rap. I try to like stay away from that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I tell people like I don't look at myself as like a gangster rapper. I
No.
feel like my storytelling is more just like it's more hardship.
Yeah, for
It's more
sure.
struggle. If
Yeah, it's
anything,
just.
I'm more of a struggle rapper.
I also
Yeah.
wanted to ask you about something that again you had said in another interview, but I wanted to like kind of go into that a little bit more, is you spoke in an interview about artists having to like put the work in and not cut corners in terms of like when you're making a project, like really maybe that is coming from like the sports as well, like really putting in the work and really like kind of teaching it as practice and going to the studio to like experiment with sounds. Could you kind of like
Yeah,
talk about that?
yeah. I just feel like it's not only my state. I mean, you could go, you could plant yourself in any place in America or probably even in any country in Europe. There's going to be local artists complaining about the lack of support they're getting
Yeah,
or
100%.
the lack of infrastructure around them. And I just feel like a lot of it is just you could just justifiable, but at the end of the day too, I feel like a lot of people don't hold themselves accountable for what they put into making music.
Mm-hmm.
Like some people are like, like I mean, some people choose the $100 music video rather than paying $500 for a music video.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm just
yeah, yeah.
I'm making up these numbers, but like
No, I'm
a
picking
lot
up.
of people, would try to save $1,
Mm-hmm.
but at the end of the day, you're gonna get cheap quality.
Yeah,
Or
you kind of get what you pay for.
yeah, you get what you pay for. Like certain people just don't know how to like promote themselves. Like they'll promote their album or their cover art at like 11 p.m. at night on social media. It's like that, you're not helping the algorithm by doing like just being mindful of
Yeah,
like
I
how
hear
you
you.
do things.
It's like you're
So that's
not.
what.
Sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're good.
It's like you're not trying to like uh over promote yourself, but just be like like you don't have to like play along with the whole game and make these stupid TikToks and shit. Like you don't have to do that, but like you said, you do have to kind of like be conscious of like the way the game works. Like don't hate the game type shit. Like just know how it works and know how to like move within it.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. It's like, bro, like you got, but I'm not it's exactly like I ain't telling you to like dance on TikTok or create a TikTok like hashtag or something. But at the end of the day, you still want to have a proper rollout for your project if you're a rapper who prefers that type of route.
Hmm.
So that's probably that. I can't remember that interview, but that was probably the gist of like when I'm saying that me cutting corners.
At this point in your career, you're still running the record label you and Felix together, or has that changed kind of now that because everybody obviously is growing in their careers and it's like y'all are kind of really up on the upwards trajectory.
Yeah, it runs itself. At this point, everybody in the group is like damn near 7 years deep into the group. So
Okay.
we all run it together at this point. Like even like me and Felix may have created the record label at the end of the day, we still treat it like it's everybody's label. Like it's not like me and Felix are overlooking other artists in the group. Like yo, you got to do this, you got to do that. It's like nah, everybody in the group is an established artist individually, and they know how to run their own personal business. Um, so we let everybody gets to do that. Obviously, with the group stuff, is
Mm-hmm.
everybody's a little bit more hands on with like group
Yeah,
projects or
yeah,
group
of course.
records. But for the most part, the label runs itself.
Yeah, I also wanted to like congratulate you and the whole team on like the most recent drop y'all did, the single y'all dropped, and also
Yeah,
like the
Sophia.
video. But I wanted to ask, do you guys come up with those? Is it the creative that comes in and they're come up with the clip, or is that like you and Felix coming up with clips, or is it just kind of everybody putting in their inputs?
Nah, that's everybody putting in their input. Anything group related, again, like me and Felix, we don't do that. Like when it comes to the group, if Luke Bars has an idea
Mm-hmm.
and we like it, we're gonna do it. If Felix has an idea, we're gonna do it. If ET has an idea,
Yeah.
we're gonna do it. So it's just a matter of whose idea was it. When we did the Sophia video, that was Meech and Andrew did. That was their vision,
Mm.
and we just followed it. Like it was just that simple. Everybody has their own ideas. If it works, it works. If it don't, we scrap it and we just do another idea. So,
I fuck with that.
like I said, everybody's just really hands on. Like the videos, it's 2026, so like you gotta have some form of visuals. It don't got to be a music video either. It could just be some shorts,
Nah, for
uh,
100%.
trailers, visualizers, like shit like that.
I I don't want to like take too much more of your time, so I got like kind of one last question, which is not that deep at all. I just wanted to ask what you are listening to most right now. It doesn't have to be rap, it can just be anything. It doesn't also have to be like some too deep or like you don't have to like try to give a real music answer. Just anything you really been rock with that you may want to recommend to like some people or some.
Man, honestly, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I just haven't been listening to a lot of music recently. But
Mm-hmm.
if I had to, I mean, I like Mavi, Mavi.
Yeah, Mavi's. I fuck with
I
Mavi.
love, I love Mavi's music. Um, I've been bumping a lot of unreleased VB stuff. We're
Mm-hmm.
gonna be dropping a lot of stuff soon. Um, I've been listening to Bodie James, one of my
Oh
favorite
yeah,
rappers.
of course.
Yeah, I love Bodie.
Yeah,
Um, Shit, who else I've been bumping? I love Earl.
yeah, of
I
course.
play some Earl. But yeah, recently I haven't been bumping a lot of music. Brett R&B way. Brett Fire's album was pretty good.
Oh yeah, the most recent one he dropped.
Yeah, Icon. Yeah, that was a good tape. Um, but after that, yeah, bro, I pop in like a podcast or something, or I play like a bunch of unreleased stuff.
Hey, if
But
you, well, obviously the unreleased will have to wait for that, and uh, but if you have any like podcasts or even book recommendations, because I also really like to read. So if you have any, it doesn't have to be music in general. I just ask music because kind of that was the topic of conversation. But if you have anything else that you would recommend from like a podcast you've been listening to,
podcast, it just depends too. So like, I mean, I've been listening to a lot of Grits and Eggs.
yeah, yeah.
Deontay Kyle. That's more black plight,
Mm-hmm.
more of like, like in the liberation sense of it. I listen to a lot of like murder mysteries.
Mm.
Yeah, but also too, it's not even a podcast, but I just been watching a lot of Architectural Digest. My YouTube channels
Ooh.
is all
Yeah.
Architectural Digest. Then Bon Appetit
Mm-hmm.
page, like the food shit, like Architectural Digest and Bon Appetit, probably the two most influential things for me right now. And that has nothing to do with music. It just helps me creatively, and it just like inspires me. Like just watching, like
Mm-hmm.
it could be like watching like a 24-year-old sous chef lead a 3-star Michelin restaurant, and it's like he's taking you through the day to day and just seeing
Yeah.
the structure
The
and
structure
the
and
art.
everything.
Yeah, the art of food. It's like that's been inspiring with me. Then like Architectural Digest, just seeing just just the designing and creativity of someone decorating a home, or just the structure of a home and their style. Like those two have been like probably the most influential things for me right now.
Oh, okay. That's actually like very good. Two very good answers you gave right there.
Yeah, the music, I ain't gonna lie, I don't be bumping a lot of music like that. I mean, if I do, it's like back catalog. I'm bumping
Yeah,
like
yeah,
old shit. Like I'm not really bumping anything new like that.
yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense. And you kind of already mentioned it, but that you was bumping like a lot of unreleased shit, and you said y'all had some shit coming. Obviously, don't need to give a date, cause do it on your
Right.
time. But if you have like maybe anything that is already announced, like anything you want to shout out for like upcoming projects from other people in the label or.
I mean, everybody's work. I mean, E.T. He just announced his project that's coming out the 24th.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Everybody's working on their own solo stuff, but we just got a lot of group stuff. We're just gonna be dropping some more singles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's no secret behind that. We'll probably drop a single in the next week or two, probably the
Alright.
next couple of weeks. But um, this summer is just gonna be a lot of work. I'm actually going to be in LA next month, so
Oh.
we're gonna be doing a lot of content out
Alright.
there.
That stuff. So we got a lot. We got a lot coming for us then. That's good.
Oh yeah, nah, for
I
sure, for
bet.
sure, for sure.
That's hey, that's a good way to kind of end it with some good news in a way.
Oh yeah, definitely good news. A lot of content this summer.
All right,
I
that's
promise.
always yeah, man. I really appreciate you for taking like the time to hop on the call for like a little 30 minutes, and also taking your time just to give me the chance because I'm very new to this whole interviewing thing. I'm still trying to get in the bag. I'm a little uncomfortable with all this stuff, but
Yeah,
appreciate you
no
for taking
problem,
the
no
time,
problem.
man.
Yeah, I'm not judging. I fuck with it,
Yeah, I appreciate you, brother.
of
Um,
course.
I'll let you finish with your day. Stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll let you know when I finish the edit. I can send it through to you first, so you can ask if you want to change something or if you like it. I can. I'll let you know as soon as something is done.
Okay, yeah, now that works.
Oh shit, my camera been off the whole time. God damn, my bad, bro. My bad,
Nah, you
bro.
good. Don't worry about it.
I just noticed that. Hey, but again, bro, thank you for doing this and appreciate you. And we're gonna be looking out for like all the new stuff coming, man.
Oh yeah, and a lot of stuff coming, bro. I appreciate you for having me.
Hey, appreciate you, God. Peace.
All right, G. Be safe.